Tim and I got engaged recently, which is super exciting, until you realize how expensive everything becomes the second you add the word engagement or wedding in front of it. So, to save a little money, we decided to throw our engagement party at my parents' house. The only problem? They've been in the middle of a full-blown renovation for months. So I've been trying to speed things up, and this week I'm taking on something I've never done before.
So my parents used to have a really nice piece of lawn here, but then there were a bunch of gophers and rabbits in the area that sort of moved in and killed all of the grass. And we gotta fix that. So I decided against putting sod in here because sod is way too expensive to buy. So instead I decided that I am going to attempt to plant a new lawn from seed, which I have never done before. Like always on this channel, I have no idea what the I'm doing. So I did some research, I looked up some videos online, I think I can do it. Let's see how far I get. So the first thing I gotta do here is sort of draw out a perimeter, which I already started because I have to aerate the soil, and there's all of this dead grass and roots that are here. So I already started to draw my line, kind of. I don't know if you can really see this here. You can see it better right there, where I want my grass to go. Also, because I have to turn around and aerate the soil, I believe it's 3 or 4 inches so that the seed can take root. If it's too compact, which it is now, it's not going to take root. So we're gonna get to pickaxing and ripping all of this up. So yesterday I managed to sort of aerate this whole area here, or at least I think I did. There's probably a lot of spots that I missed. Regardless, I now have to go in and, where's that rake? I gotta go in and basically break up all of this soil and try and get out the twigs and all of the dead grass root that's here, because there's quite a bit. Part of me wonders if this would be easier to deal with if it was wet, but I also think that might be a disaster. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I got low expectations for this one. Gosh, there's so many like twigs and dead roots in here. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get all of them out, honestly, but I don't know. I think it'll be fine, especially if I'm adding a top layer of soil to this. I don't know that it needs to be like perfect, you know? Okay, I think that it's time for topsoil, because I think this is kind of as good as it's gonna get. I don't know that I'll be able to do much better than this, unless you start digging. You might be better at it than me. You're a little crackhead. I know. Stay down, all. You're fine. All right, now Kirby's gotta come to the rescue. He's okay, Kirby. Okay, so my parents have this like wheelbarrow. It's like one of those gorilla things. I don't know if I can get it out or not. We shall find out. Ooh, you're kind of heavy. Oh, I think that tire is flat. It's like completely caved in. That's not gonna work. Never mind. The tire is completely flat on it, so this is gonna have to be done by hand. Fuck. I need scissors. I don't know. This says it covers 2 cubic feet. I don't know that I have enough. Organic plus. No shit, it's organic. It's friggin' soil. I don't think there's such thing as non-organic soil. This whole organic thing blows my mind. It doesn't make any sense. Well, shit. I have run out of soil. I gotta get like at least 3 more bags. I really thought that I'd have enough. I'm way, way off with this one. Holy crap. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to go back to Lowe's again. I hate it when I have to take multiple trips. This sucks, bro. So I just got back from Lowe's and I bought, I don't know if you can see this, but 4 bags of soil for over here. And honestly, this could be complete overkill. I don't know. But 2 bags wasn't nearly enough, so I was like, good, we'll just do 4. All right, curbsters, you gonna help me open this? Can you get it? You're not really good at opening this. Come on. Right here, get it. Ollie, can you dig a little better than him? No, you're just kicking dirt in his face. Cool. Oh, there you go. Oh, good boy. You actually got it. Hi, boys. Hello. Reggie, don't bark at him. You got it. You got 1 bag down. Now you got dirt all over your face. You want to do 3 more? There's 3 more. Kirby, I don't think dirt is that exciting. Why are you barking at it? Reggie, you've got a teddy. I got 1 dog barking at dirt, another one bringing me a teddy. The 3rd one is just being a crackhead. I don't know. Reg, you're not bringing your teddy into the dirt? You don't want to get him dirty? Believe it or not, guys, these are certified gardeners that I have assisting here. They have not let me, they've not let me see their certifications yet, but they insist that they are. That's good enough for me. Would you lie to me? I don't think you'd lie to me. All right, Kirby. Last bag, buddy. What are you barking for? Get it then. Come on. Thank you. Is this your butt? Thank you so much, Ollie. So now that I have a giant friggin' mound of dirt and 3 very eager helpers, now I just gotta rake this out like I did the other stuff. I don't know if I should use like a leaf rake. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know if this is necessary, but I think that I'm gonna spray it down with some water just to kind of break up the bigger clumps, let it settle a little bit so I can get a better idea of what I'm working with here. Again, I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do, but it just kind of feels right, so that's what I'm gonna do. So the next thing that I am going to be doing is kind of a little untraditional, but I saw this method online and it theoretically made a lot of sense to me, and I was like, great, if this is gonna speed up the process and it makes it easier for me, then let's do it. This guy online was talking about how if you pre-soak your seeds, I think there's a more technical term for that, but whatever, they end up growing faster, and apparently it's because when you plant a lawn, the first like 2 weeks are super crucial because you have to keep the seeds wet, so you have to water 2 to 4 times a day. You can't let them dry out. So apparently if you pre-germinate though, sort of expedites that, and that way we're guaranteeing that the seeds, hi Ollie, you gonna help me garden? What was I saying? Ollie, what was I saying? So apparently if you pre-soak them, you are making sure that that seed actually does stay wet, and allegedly it speeds up the process. I don't know. I have never done this before. I've never even planted grass before, so I don't actually know what I'm doing. Well, I don't know how much seed I need for that. Seeds up to 1,500 square feet. That is definitely not 1,500 square feet. Just do like, maybe it's best to do a little too much than like too little. Kind of smells like matcha. So today I'm going to be using the Black Beauty Jonathan Green Golden State seed. It is formulated specifically for California. The guy at the hardware store said that this stuff was new to them and very popular. So maybe like that much. I am going to fill this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to add a rock because I need this to stay submerged, and I figure a rock will keep it sunken to the bottom. Just gonna tie my 5-gallon paint strainer bag, put it in my bucket, and now we're just gonna fill it with water. That's submerged. I really don't know if this is gonna work or if it's gonna be a complete and utter flop, but that's okay, because we're gonna try it anyways. So I'm interrupting really quickly to let those of you that are new here know that I make videos every single Monday. So if you choose to like and subscribe, that would be a massive help. I'm able to make videos like the one you're watching now because of all of you awesome viewers at home. And if you'd like to help even more, please consider hitting that hype button. Thank you. Okay, so I'm actually feeling really good about that patch behind me. I didn't think I'd be able to make it look that good before planting, but I surprised myself. So it has been, I think, 48 hours since I put this bag of seed in this bucket here, and I'm still not seeing any sprouts yet. It might still be a little bit too early. So in any regard, that patch is ready to have seed put in it. I'm just going to sort of eyeball the seed until the second I start to see like any tiny little white sprouts. Now I think it's kind of just a waiting game. So I've got to rope off this section with where the grass is supposed to grow because the dogs like to run through here, and if they run through here while there's like seeds trying to germinate, then they're gonna destroy the whole thing. So I've got some rope, some tangled up stuff that my dad had in the garage, and I'm going to attempt to keep these dogs away. I have a sneaking suspicion though that this is in fact not going to work. I wish that this was like a tripwire to a sprinkler or something. That would keep the dogs away for sure. No. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I've got some sand here, and I'm just gonna kind of dump some of it into the soil. And now I'm just gonna take a rake and sort of mix this in with the soil a little bit. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because according to the School of YouTube, I've heard that if you have really dense soil like clay, which is what's underneath all of this fresh soil that I put in here, you need to ensure proper drainage. And one of the best ways to do that is by adding in sand. Okay. All right, so now that my soil is prepped and ready, I'm gonna pull out my bag of seeds here. Oh, you know what? I gotta add fertilizer in here first. Okay, so I have my bag of seed that I've been soaking in here, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like there's probably an 80% chance that I have killed it already. My reasoning for believing this is the fact that I keep getting mixed information online, because the video that I watched, the guy was like, oh, put it in there for, 24 hours and then dunk it every 12 after that until you get like little seedlings, right? Well, other people say to leave it in the bucket and then change out the water every 12 hours. Other people say just soak it for 24 to 48 hours and then plant it. So I went with the changing the water every 12 hours, and it still hasn't germinated. Granted, on the bag it says 14 to 21 days to germination, and it's supposed to be a third of that time if you pre-germinate. So technically I'm not quite at the 1/3 mark, but I'm still massively paranoid. So anyways, so I'm gonna take my Scott's Turf Builder starter fertilizer and my seeds here that have been soaking. I put these in the bucket on Tuesday night, and it is now Sunday afternoon. I don't know, I feel like I've killed them. We'll see. Just let that finish draining. And now I'm gonna mix this with my fertilizer because it's just to dry it out so that I can actually like spread the seed so it's not in clumps. So in it goes. All right, now I'm just gonna mix it together. Oh, that's my rock. I don't think that any of these seeds have germinated, but whatever, it's fine. Okay. That's pretty easy to spread. Okay, I've never spread grass seed before. I'm just gonna kind of go based on vibes here. So I feel like I'm just sort of spreading this like flour on like a baking sheet or something. And then I'm going to just kind of lightly rake over these areas so that I can incorporate the seed in with the soil. God, I so don't know what the hell I'm doing. I hope that this is right. Honestly, I'm not even really raking it. I'm sort of just stabbing at the ground because that's what feels right. All right, so now that this is fully seeded, I'm just gonna start watering it. Now that this is watered, I'm gonna water it about 4 times a day and then just sort of check to see if there's sprouts coming up. Hopefully it germinates soon. I don't know, because again, I don't know if I killed it. So I'm gonna keep it wet during the day. And luckily for us, because it is November in Southern California, it gets really misty at night, so it keeps the surface of everything really wet. So as long as I can keep it wet during the day, we'll be fine during the night, and hopefully it'll grow. Also assuming I can keep the dogs off of the turf. So it's been about 2 weeks since I put the seeds into the bucket to germinate, and it's been about a week since the seeds have been planted. So I guess you could say like 2 weeks total for seed development. And this is how far we've gotten. Practically f***ing nothing. There are some areas where we're starting to see some grass development here. These are obviously more mature, but we're also seeing these teeny tiny little sprigs that are starting to pop up. Not everywhere, but in some sections. Like you can see little bits there. And some right there. There's some clover that's, oh, maybe that's not clover. That's mint. So some mint has popped up along with some grass sprigs here. And from what I can see here, it's a little bit sad looking. It did not germinate quite the way that I was hoping that it would. This is taking a lot longer than I was anticipating, which is honestly kind of a bust. I mean, I'm glad that we're starting to see some growth in here. And I do have to remind myself that one of the varieties of seed that was in there is Kentucky bluegrass, which is known for taking an exceptionally long time to grow. That seed takes about 21 days to even germinate, which means like little roots. I know that a lot of people will recommend pre-germination, and I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but I am saying that I am a little bit less than impressed with the California seed variety and the pre-germinating process. Man, after 2 weeks, that is it. Looks like we're just gonna have to give it a little more time, and I'll show you guys what it looks like in a couple of weeks.
Even though the grass hasn't taken off quite the way I hoped, I still think that going from this to this is a pretty big first step. And seeing those little patches starting to come in is actually really exciting. I can already picture it as a full green lawn that'll make our engagement party look so much nicer. If you're interested in videos like the one you're watching now, then this video here might be worth a watch.